Are you perhaps suggesting it could be a rumble in the concrete jungle, if you will, of North London?
Not to say too much, but it's definitely going to be an entertaining game.
Well, we did catch up with the two head coaches before this evening's encounter. Let's first catch up with NFL Academy head coach Steve Hagan. Coach Hagan, we're finally on game day, Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. For yourself and for the team, what is this pre-game like for you?
Pre-game is super fun for us because it's real relaxing, and it gets us into our routine for the game. So we just finished a pre-game where we go out and just warm up and kind of get that bus off of us. You know, we rode on the bus for however long. It was a long time. And so I like to get them in the locker room, get the feel for that, and then get them out on the field, get a feel for that. Then we go back in, and then we'll start our pre-game. You can see the guys behind me are out there kicking and doing some stuff. So that starts our real process of pre-game warm-up.
How does this compare to what happened earlier this season, going off to Oregon, experiencing that? It's a home game, so it feels a bit more comfortable, I suppose, but it's still a big occasion, isn't it, just like that?
You know, every game for us is big, and we would like for this to be a home game, but we don't get to play in Tottenham every week, you know, so as much as this feels like a home game maybe to the English guys, and maybe not even, because you got to remember we have guys from 19 different countries, so this isn't really home to them. So maybe, you know, in a little while we play IMG over in Munich. That's even more home for those guys. But nothing's really home for us. But we just adapt and move on, and it's been fun. Like you mentioned, we played Edgewater in Loughborough to start the season. Then we went over and played in America at the Nike Kickoff Classic, which was outstanding. And then we get to come back here and play here in Tottenham. And this place is spectacular. You know, the Jets just played, who was it, just this past Sunday. And then there's another NFL game with the Bears, and the Jaguars, I think, are going to be in here in about 5 days. So we're sandwiched in between two NFL games, which is super cool.
You're the fourth international series game in London this year, that's for sure, and it almost sounds like you're leading a pack of lost boys, and you're the Peter Pan in charge of them, if you will. But there's a bigger perspective for this whole game and this whole event, because this is hugely important for yourself and the academy in terms of getting eyes and attention on what's happening and bringing in new players.
Absolutely. You know, this is huge for recruiting, and our recruiting is all based on helping these guys, whoever's in the academy, all our players, have a chance to go play in America, in universities. And we've been able to put guys into Oklahoma, Tennessee, Boston College, Colorado, big universities, big-time football. So, and we just had a couple guys commit today, one to Boise and one to Long Island. So we're super excited about how our recruiting is going. We work hard at it, and then we develop them. When they get here, we develop them, and that's the biggest part, developing football players in Europe.
Coach, best of luck with the actual game tonight as well. There's so much going on, but we really appreciate the time. Thank you.
Appreciate it. Hey, we are super excited and can't wait for kickoff.
Cheers, man. Thank you.
Cheers, Coach.
Beaming and ready to go, Steve Hagan. He loves this job. He enjoys his job so much. But not only that, he's coached and experienced at every single level. So he knows how to teach basically any sort of player in their sort of development at whichever stage they come into the NFL Academy.
Having a head coach like Coach Hagan, it's amazing, because when you have someone who's taken directly from the NFL, they bring all of that experience down with them. They share, they can relate to players, they understand he takes time to understand each individual player and how he can coach them best to make them improve. So the development with the players will grow a lot, and has grown a lot. So we have a very interesting game ahead of us.
What about the man on the other sideline, Justin Allenbar? We caught up with him before this evening. Coach Allenbar, welcome to London, welcome to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I know you guys have taken in the sights in London, but how does this compare to everything else you've seen so far?
I mean, it's hard to beat Westminster Abbey, but I mean, when we walked in, I'm not easily impressed, but walking into the stadium, it's pretty incredible. You know, there's a lot of wide eyes from our players, coaches alike, but what a neat opportunity that Nike and the NFL has given us. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and we're very thankful and humbled to be here.
Kind of brought the whole cavalry with you. There's the players, there's the families, there's the coaches, there's the support network as well. Just how big has this been, getting all of this ready for this game coming up this evening?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it every week, let's put it that way. But, you know, for a trip like this, it was worth it. There's a lot of logistics that went into it. We have a great support staff, our athletic directors, and the parents helped out too. they're at a nearby pub from a picture that was just sent to me from my wife. So looks like they're enjoying the moment before they come into the game. But that's how it should be. Get to come and watch their sons play. In such an incredible environment that is a business trip for us, but they got to enjoy a real vacation.
I was going to say, I just heard you before we came on having a chat and saying it's business, it's business, it's business. Is there a little bit of fun as well involved though in this?
Yeah, I mean, high school sports are also supposed to be fun, but in order to have fun in a football game, you got to put in the work. So we've tried to balance it. Whenever there was a football activity that involved us practicing or playing our team meetings or anything like that, it was a very business-like approach. When we went out into downtown London, we let them hoot and holler a little bit and have some fun. They're teenagers, and I'm not a teenager anymore, but I do remember what it was like to be a teenager. And we were at Cheshunt Football Club, and they treated us incredible. By the way, we formed a great relationship with them, and we look forward to going and practicing on their field every week and or every day. And we had a great time over there, and the players had a good time. We had a great youth flag football event just right across the street yesterday at the Duke Academy for some in America middle school age kids, and there's been a lot of fun, but tonight's about business.
And it's about preserving that undefeated record as well of the season, I take it.
But yeah, the thoughts cross my mind. But wins and losses are an outcome of the work that we put in. We've been putting in pretty good work this year. I'm anticipating a good effort from our boys, and we're going to need it. That's a really good team over there.
Best of luck tonight, Coach.
Thanks,
Appreciate the time.
it.
Thank you. Yeah. Certainly looked a very different field a few hours ago when we spoke to the coaches, but down there now, De La Salle are out on the field ready and raring to go. The heavens have had their brief shower, but I can tell you blue skies are starting to appear above our heads here at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. I think there are a number of players that we need to keep an eye out on in this game this evening. None, of course, can be considered as important as the NFL Academy quarterback Michael Sabo, as the servicemen who are representing the armed forces just starting to take centre stage as the pre-game rituals and the pomp and circumstance that comes with coming to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium is starting to take place. We will, of course, have the national anthems as well before we get going. But Michael Sabo as a starting quarterback for the NFL Academy side. It's not the tallest guy on the planet. When I went there this week, I was surprised. He's kind of tiptoeing and peering over his offensive lineman.
Yeah, not the tallest, but definitely a skilled quarterback, really focused in his pocket, he knows what he's doing. Sometimes height isn't everything in sport. Sometimes it's about knowing the game, being comfortable in your position and getting the opportunity to show it.
And he's got some wheels as well, which is always important. If you're a little smaller, it's good to have some legs.
Well, it's always better if you can escape, beat a defender if you have no pass options available. So we might see some of that tonight.
Well, Michael Sabo and co are ready and raring to go as we can bring you the NFL Academy squad for tonight.
Now, time to go crazy for your whole team. The one, the only, the NFL Academy! Please be upstanding if you are able for the national anthem. Please welcome your honorary captains for today, Jason Bell and also Leon from the Academy, and Maurice Charles from Pensacola.
Okay, gentlemen, welcome to Tottenham Stadium. Please shake hands. Okay, this is the coin we're going to use for the coin toss. It is a $50 coin. The head is the head, and the eagle is the tails. It's the tails and the head. You're the visitors to Salle. What is your call? Head's called. It's a tail. Academy, you've won the toss.
Defer to second half.
The Academy have won the toss. Defer to the second half. You're going to take the ball? Yeah. Which direction do you want to kick?
This way.
Okay, if you both swing round, captains with your backs to the goal, you'll be defending in the first quarter. De La Salle had the first half option and will receive. Have a good game.
Welcome back to Tottenham Hotspur Stadium then. We are high up on the gantry in some of the highest heights that this wonderful arena in North London has to show us, and we have a perfect view of everything that is about to play out before us here as the NFL Academy take on De La Salle Spartans. Delighted to say, joining myself in the commentary booth, former NFL Academy alumni Sam Fenton joining me here. Sam, firstly, welcome up to the booth. How are you doing today?
It's an honour to be up here, and I'm excited to watch this game as it unfolds throughout this full four quarters, pretty much.
Full four quarters indeed, plus any additionals that may well be required, and we are certainly hoping for a close one, a tight one this evening, and there will be some tight stomachs down there, a few nerves just jangling around in the bellies of some of those NFL Academy players for sure, because this is basically what the season comes down to. 4 games this season have been scheduled. This is the third of 4, and this, getting to walk out onto a field which just a few days ago had the elites of this sport running around playing in the NFL International Series, is some honour for these players, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like all the guys down there can expect a great game out there. They're going to have a full pitch, what the pros play on, and they're going to be able to excite for kickoff, and they're going to have a great game.
Well, it is the Academy that will be kicking off to get this first quarter underway. Rafael Verona Blackstad, a former rugby player who has turned his attentions now to the NFL Academy, will be kicking off. And it's going to be a little squib kick just up to the 30-yard line, which the Spartans just about are able to hold on to eventually, and it will be a 1st and 10 to get things going for the side.